Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, anywhere you are, wherever or whenever you're getting to see this. This is Tokunbo Daramola. Today is a special day. Today I'll be making an announcement, a very important announcement, big announcement. Today is the 26th of November, and I'm announcing that I'll be having a speaking tour in five universities and five polytechnics. And my tour slogan or the title of my conference is called the Red Cup Conference. Yes, the Red Cup. I'll show you this in a bit. This is what we're talking about. We're talking about the Red Cup Conference. Many of you recognize this cup, what we all used to drink beverages, both alcoholic and otherwise. You find them at parties, you find them in different places, and I'm using this as a symbol of my conference because the aim of the conference is to empower young people to start a business. Yes, to empower young people to start a business with 100,000 naira. And how is this going to work? Many people say Tokumbo, I mean, you've been saying a lot of things, motivating people and all. When is this going to become something that you're going to take to the next level? The next level is to empower young people from the age of 18 to probably 30 or even 35, as the case may be. And why we chose to call it the Red Cup Conference is because this is a symbol of the consumer behavior in Nigeria as we speak today. This is the consumer behavior. During the conference and on my tour, when I'm on stage, I'll be holding this. It will be with a beverage. I will not reveal which beverage is in it yet. I will reveal it at the end of the talk. Now, what would we be talking about at this conference? We'll be talking about how students can start something with the minimum amount of money they have and how they can synergize and strategize together. Some of you say, where would a 20-year-old get 100, 200,000 naira to start business with? Basically, look around them. Some of them are carrying 250,000 naira phones. I mean, you don't need a 250,000 naira phone. What are you going to use a 250,000 naira phone for as a student? You make a phone call, you receive phone calls. You go on Facebook, you go on Snapchat, WhatsApp, basically that's it. Or you browse the internet with it. I don't see what a 250,000 naira phone could do that a 30,000 naira phone cannot do. So let me get the notion into this conference and to tell you how it is. Some of you will say, talking about there is no money, the economy is bad. The economy will always be what it is. People will always eat. People will always feed. Somebody is either selling something and someone is either buying something. The key to this is many Nigerian students are supposed to have like a part-time job. But even the graduates don't have jobs. So where are the students going to get jobs from? And the key is that there is quite a lot of money in the student environment. They pay fees, they buy things. There is a circle of money that goes there. They are still the one of the they are the largest recipient of parental budgets. Every child in school, their uncles, parents, friends, their needs or their wants is part of someone else's budget. So when a parent is looking for money, looking for money for his child. When an uncle is looking for money, the nephew or the niece is part of it. So in light of this, students do have some expendable income to themselves, and they are wondering, what am I going to do with 50,000 naira? What am I going to do with the spare 100,000 I have with me? And the government don't expect anything from the government. What the government does is they specialize in taxing citizenry. They take from the citizenry and they empower their coffers so that they can be government. Government must always have money. So if you think the government will do anything. Just leave the government as it is. You should do something to empower yourself legitimately. Now, we've done surveys, there are many examples to how wealth is generated from little business and how we can guide young people to start these small businesses. The Red Cup conference, as it is, you could all recognize this and you could imagine how much of these cups are sold every week at every party all over the nation. You're looking at well over 1 million units of this piece of cup weekly nationwide. Go to weddings, go to parties, go to birthdays, anywhere you find the Red Cup. It's a symbol of expenditure, it's a symbol of spending. You might not notice it, but I think I've brought it to your notice what it is about the Red Cup conference. Now, I would like to give you a little story about wealth creation and government. In 1996, way back, before this nice telephone technology came through into Nigeria, we had the internet phone call service where everybody goes to the cyber cafe to make phone calls via the internet to call their relatives abroad. Now, there was a survey that happened between 1995 and 1996. The national carrier for telephones was Nitel, and Nitel was in charge of transmitting phone calls abroad. Now, every year, Nitel used to generate $200 million in telephone revenue from Nigerians calling abroad. $200 million. You will find an office to make a phone call. You will buy these Nitel cards. When you buy those Nitel cards, you go to the phone booth. They used to come in 200 units, 400 units, and I think 800 units then. Then you go to the Nitel phone booth, then you make a call. It's about 2-3 minutes and it's over. You just tell your relative to call you back on another number. Then you go and wait and receive a phone call. Nitel made $200 million a year from those calls. The next year, the moment internet telephone came and young boys were opening cyber cafes all over town, in Maryland, in Ikeja, on Allen Avenue, in Ilupeju, all over town, the revenue of Nitel dropped from $200 million to $60 million. It means $140 million left Nitel's pocket and went into the pocket of young Nigerians during that period. When government noticed this, what happened? Government will not empower the citizenry in that regard. They decided to put regulation to cyber cafes and put regulation to internet phone calls. So for a period, the turnover time of opening a cyber cafe in 1997, 96, 97, the turnover period to recoup your money and all was 3 months. Many people were empowered by that movement. Same thing when the GSM came, many young people were empowered. But this is it. We are trying to teach young people, first of all, at a very young age to register a company. You should register a company or register a business name. You are not too young to register a business name. We will guide you through the Corporate Affairs Commission process. Get you a business name. Open an account. Get your value added tax number and your TIN number and start paying taxes on business. Get a complimentary card and start doing business. The business in question, small business, you could be making small chops, you could have a group of you. We're going to teach about how 10 of you can contribute 100,000 each and have $1 million to start something substantial. We are going to be talking, because I'm talking to some multinationals about this conference, and we are trying to build a way where students can come together and own distributorships in multinationals for distributing goods and services. Don't be a consumer all the time. Also be a supplier in any situation that you are. So the Red Cup conference is going to happen. Share this message. It's important. Send it to a nephew, a niece that is in school, somebody you would like to empower. You just don't give money. Knowledge is fact. Knowledge is key. Tokunbo, what's all about this talk? discussion brings action. There can never be action without discussion. I came to notice something that happened with, I saw a tweet or a message that Charlie Boyle put out there. He said if Nigerian youths don't take their future, they are going to hit sand by next year. Well, it's a sad fact, but I'm reaching out to Charlie Boy as I speak, that it's not just about telling them to go and, challenge the authority in a manner that is militant. What Nigerian youths need is financial empowerment. And their financial empowerment has to come from financial knowledge. And their financial knowledge has to be organized with business knowledge. So what we are trying to do, if Nigerian youths learn to start a business, we would beat the system. That's it. I'll talk to you guys again tomorrow. Put it in mind, it's the Red Cup conference. I'll be at a university near you. My aim for 2017 is to have 3,000 Nigerian youths doing businesses of over 100,000 naira each. At 3,000, that's 300 million naira worth of transactions. That's a good system, both for the distributors, both for banks, and even their parents and their uncles. So if you're a parent, if you're an uncle, if you are whatever, you could even be I might use some words, you could even be a sugar daddy. This is the only way you could empower somebody. They should learn to do a business, a small business, and I'll see you guys later. Thank you, God bless you, and stay blessed.